Hey, Coach, just general thoughts on the response today. 61-point win after a not so great showing against DePaul. What do you see today?
Well, that looks like a Kentucky Wildcat team that we are accustomed to seeing. One of the things that I talked to them about, along with this staff, we were going to lay our heart on the floor today. When you were in between the lines, we were going to leave our heart there. I thought the intensity was much better. We talked to them about if you get tired, we will sub you out. But when you are out there, we're going to give it our all. And I thought the level of intensity raised because of that.
Gary Graves.
I guess as opposed to some other big wins that you've had, I mean, lopsided wins. Um, did the score? I mean, the margin is one thing, but was it the finishing power that you were most impressed with today?
Yeah, I was not so much. I mean, obviously, we wanted to win. That was the goal. But, there were different things that we were looking for defensively. I wanted to make sure that we were in our press and that we made them play fast and we got into the traps. We were rotating up and we weren't just sitting back on our heels. We wanted to force 25 or more turnovers. I challenged them at halftime. We had 18 at that time that we were not going to let up, see if we could get 18 more. So I think they were really locked into the goals that we were trying to achieve defensively. And one of the things that we talked about, if you don't step up and take a charge, you will come out of the game. So if you all could not tell, I was very excited on the sideline. We had 4 charges today, which is a big step forward in our defense. Liv Owens had 2, Kiki had 1, and Ryan Howard had 1. So that was a big day for us defensively.
Barkley.
Hey, Coach. Half of your points today were scored off of turnovers. How does that make you feel about team go forward?
Well, today I am very happy. I do think, we're going to have to generate points off of our defense to create easy scoring opportunities as well as sprint in transition. I thought we missed some opportunities in DePaul, so pushing the pace to score easy. Then you don't put so much pressure on your half court offense. But I love that we are sharing the basketball. One thing I love about this team, they play team basketball offensively. They know how to set each other up, and we have so many people that can score in different positions, which makes us hard to guard.
Zach.
Hey, Coach, I've asked Chastity this question twice now after she's racked up about 8 or 9, 10 assists. If she feels bad about picking on opposing point guards, she said she doesn't really. It's just kind of that's how the game is played. So what do you all kind of tell her? I mean, do you ever kind of tell her to back off a little bit at some points, or what do you try and make her mindset?
No, we never want her to back off. Our mindset is we want her to push the tempo, be aggressive offensively. Obviously, she can score, but we really challenge her on the defensive end. Stay locked in. She's getting her hands on basketball. She's getting steals. Every game, multiple, and then that just makes her even better defensively because then she can take it down, score easy points. But I want her to be as aggressive as she can be on both sides of the floor.
Zach, go ahead if you have another one.
I also just wanted to get your general thoughts on what you saw from Jasmine in her 15 minutes. She looked good with a couple passes down low. What did you see from her?
Well, Jasmine has a high basketball IQ. She is a seasoned vet. She's athletic, and she fits our style of play. She knows how to push and score in transition when we need. She also knows how to slow up and get us in an offense. And then defensively, I mean, she's a 6 foot point guard. So her athleticism and her strength is definitely an advantage for us defensively.
Gary Graves.
2 questions. I guess the first one is you've got 10 days off before your next game. How do you keep the team sharp during that period? And the second thing, can you elaborate on your ugly sweater?
Well, two things. We will keep them sharp because we will go back to practice. So we'll get on the practice floor and continue to work on the things that we need to get better in before we head into the SEC season. They will go home for Christmas break, and my prayers are already going up that everybody's safe and can remain COVID free. And then as far as the ugly sweater, I have to admit, last night on the way home, I forgot today was our ugly sweater game. And so I'm riding down Richmond Road, and Coach Butt said, do you have your ugly sweater? And I had to make a U-turn to Walmart. So this is what I came up with.
Zach.
Yeah, last thing I have, Coach, it seems like Naya has kind of separated herself from the other two freshmen. Is that, do you agree with that as well? And kind of why do you think she's been earning those minutes?
Well, the thing about Naya, she has a high motor. I mean, she naturally just plays hard on both ends of the floor. I talked to her a lot about slowing down offensively, and then what she brings defensively, even if she's not in the proper position or even if she doesn't know what's happening all the time, she plays so hard that she just makes things happen. And her athleticism, and her length. Like today, she has a great knack for the ball. She knows how to go get it. We're going to continue to work with her on the finishing around the rim, but you cannot teach just go hard and high motor.
Anything else for Coach Elzy?